Hello guys, this is Amar Hatti, your CAD CAM teacher. So in the last class, we have started your second unit, that is geometrical modeling. So geometrical modeling helps you to model mathematically the analytical and synthetic curves, surfaces and solids. Okay. So in last class, we would have discussed the syllabus of your second unit. So we are going to cover curves or wireframe entities, surface entities, and also solids. Okay, and we discussed the introduction to curves, introduction part to curve, and what are the difference between non-parametric representation and parametric representation, and also we learned what are the different types of curves, different types in the sense analytical curves and synthetic curves. Okay, so first we are dealing with your analytical curves. The first one in that one is line. So in last video lecture we derived the parametric equation of a line. Okay, so the parametric equation of a line in a vector form is p bar equal to p1 bar plus u into p2 bar minus p1 bar, where p1 bar and p2 bar are the positional vectors for endpoints of the line and u is your independent parameter. Along with that, we have derived the tangent vector of a line and a unit vector in the direction of a line and the length of the line. Length of the line is your magnitude of p2 bar minus p1 bar will gives you the length of the line, which is the root square of x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So this is the parametric representation of your line. So in today's video lecture, I'm going to cover, or I'm going to start a numerical on line problem, a parametric representation of a line. I'm going to have a numerical on line. Let's go for the first one. So example 1 gives you, or this question goes like this: a line is represented by endpoints p 5 comma 7 comma 2 and q minus 4 comma 6 comma 3. So what it is given, we have a line which has endpoints p and q which having the dimensions or the points 5 comma 7 comma 2 and q has minus 4 comma 6 comma 3. So if u at p and q is 0 and 1 respectively, determine its length. We have an independent parameter u which goes from 0 to 1 from p to q, or value of u at p is 0 and q is 1. So he asked us to find out the length of the line and also determine the coordinates of points represented by u equal to 0.4, u equal to minus 0.25 and u equal to 1.5. Along with finding the length of the line, we also determine the coordinates of the points at u equal to 0.4, at u equal to minus 0.25 and u equal to 1.5. So let's solve this question by writing the points p equal to 5 comma 7 comma 2 and q equal to 4 minus 4 comma 6 comma 3. So for time being, to save time, I'm directly taking these numericals from your publication books, because an abundant of numericals or different types of important numericals we are going to find it in your publication books. Okay, for numericals you can follow your publication books, for references you can follow the reference books. Okay, so we have to find out the parametric equation of a line which has endpoints p comma q. Okay, so the parametric equation of a line, we know the parametric equation of a line is p bar equal to p1 bar plus u into p2 minus p1 bar. But here they have given pq, so we can go for the further numbers rst, pq rst, like this. Okay, so r bar equal to p bar plus u into q bar minus p bar. So now I am going to write down the p and the q values in a column matrix. So it's better for me to find out it in a matrix format or a vector form. So P bar has 5 comma 7 comma 2 plus U into Q bar minus P bar. So Q bar has minus 4, 6 and 3. Well, minus 4 minus 5, where that 5 is your P bar value. 6 minus 7, same, Y2 minus Y1. 3 minus 2 is your Z1 minus Z2. So R bar equal to 5 comma 7 comma 2 column matrix plus U into minus 9 minus 1 1 column matrix. We can write it in a scalar form or a vector form itself by transposing the matrix. So R bar equal to 5 comma 7 comma 2 transpose matrix plus U into minus 9 comma minus 1 comma 1 transpose matrix, where U goes from 0 to 1. So this is our parametric equation of this line. So if I want to write it down in a scalar form, my R bar has x comma y comma z. So x equal to 5 minus 9u, where 5 is x1 minus 9 is x2. Okay, and y is 7 minus u and z is 2 plus u, where u is multiplied with 1 because we have minus 1 and 1, where u goes from 0 to 1. So now we have parametric equation of a line, and we also wrote it down in a scalar form. We have to find out the length of the line. Well, we know the length of the line equation, root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. If we substitute all the values here, I am going to get the length of the line is root 82, which has the value 9.11 mm. Okay, so the length of this line is 9.11 mm. And also in the question, it is asked us to find out the coordinates of the points at u equal to 0.4, at u equal to minus 0.25 and at u equal to 1.5. We have the parametric equation R bar equal to 5 comma 7 comma 2 column matrix plus u into minus 9 comma minus 1 comma 1. Just we need to write down or replace or substitute values of u at the place of u to find out the coordinates of the point at different positions of the parameter u. So further points P, Q, R, S, T. So I am using S bar equal to the same 5 comma 7 comma 2 column matrix plus u. We are finding the coordinate of the point at value u equal to 0.4. If I substitute u equal to 0.4, I am going to get my coordinates 1.4 comma 6 comma 6 comma 2 comma 4. So if I have at u equal to 0.4, my coordinates are 1.4 comma 6.6 comma 2.4. Okay, so also we have to find out the coordinates of the points at u equal to minus 0.25. Nothing else, we just have to substitute u equal to minus 0.25. So we are going to get the coordinate points 7 comma 25, 7.25 comma 7.25 comma 1.75. And also he asked us to find out the coordinates of the point at u equal to 1.5. So if I substitute u equal to 1.5, I am going to get my coordinates as minus 8.5 comma 5.5 comma 3.5. So these are my coordinate points at different parameters, parametric values, different parametric values. So this is the way you have to find out the parametric equation of a line, length of a line and coordinates of the points at different parametric value. So this is a simple question. So we can go for the next one, where you are exposed to find out the tangent vectors of the line and analyze whether the lines are parallel or perpendicular, or analyze whether the lines are intersecting or not. So this is quite important, also quite complex. Okay, so let's go for the second one. We have a line L1. So we have a line L1 which has endpoints 1, 2, 7 and 5, 6, 1, while line L2 has endpoints 7, 3, 4 and 3, 9, 10. While it is represented here in a Cartesian coordinate system, we have a line L1 which has endpoints P1 and P2 which has coordinates 1, 2, 7 and 5, 6, 1 respectively, and we have line L2 which has coordinate points or endpoints P3 and P4 which has coordinate points 7, 3, 4 and 3, 9, 10. So it is shown here in the Cartesian coordinate system. So first one, we need to find out the parametric equation of the lines. Simple one. Second, we need to find out the tangent vector of the line. Third one, are the two lines parallel or perpendicular? We need to analyze whether these two lines are parallel or perpendicular. And fourth one, are the two lines are intersecting? If yes, find the points of intersecting. So we have to find out or analyze these two lines are intersecting or not. If they are intersecting, we have to find out the point of intersection. So first, let us find out the parametric equation of the lines. Okay. So let's go for the first line L1. So for first line, the parametric equation represents PL1 bar equal to P1 bar plus U into P2 bar minus P1 bar. This is simple. We just have to write it down in a column matrix. P1 has 1, 2, 7 plus U into P2 has 5, 6, 1. Just we have to subtract P1 from P2. So the parametric equation of a parametric equation of a line L1 is equal to 1, 2, 3 transpose matrix plus U into 4, 4, minus 6 transpose matrix. So this U goes from 0 to 1. So this is the parametric equation for line L1. Let's go find out the parametric equation for line L2 and represent it as PL2 bar. So L2 has P3 and P4. So that is equal to P3 bar plus V into P4 bar minus P3 bar, where V is an independent parameter for line L2. We have two lines, so we are using two independent parameters U and V for L1 and L2 respectively. So P3 has 7, 3, 4 and P4 has 3, 9, 10. So P3 plus V into P4 minus P3. So the parametric equation we are going to get for line L2 is equal to 7, 3, 4 transpose matrix plus V into minus 4, 6, 6 transpose matrix. Same, this V goes from 0 to 1 value. Okay. So this is the way you have to find out the parametric equation of two different lines. So next we need to find out the tangent vectors of the line. So in last numerical we haven't had how to find out the tangent vectors of a line. So tangent vector, we are going to get the tangent vector if we multiply or if we subtract two positional vectors for two different points on a line. So for line L1 we have P1 and P2. If we subtract P1 from P2, a positional vectors, we are going to get the tangent vectors. So let me write it down. P1 bar dash equal to P2 bar minus P1 bar, where P1 and P2 bar are the positional vectors for point L1 and for point P1 and P2. So P2 minus P1 bar equal to I, j, k into P2 bar minus P1 bar. So these I, j, k are the secondary coordinates for tangent vector of line L1. So it gives you the tangent vector equation PL1 bar equal to 4i plus 4j minus 6k for line L1. The same thing for line L2, which is P4 bar minus P3 bar, which is equal to I comma j comma k into P4 bar minus P3 bar, which gives you the equation minus 4i plus 6j plus 6k. So this is the way you have to find out the tangent vectors for different lines. You just have to substitute, you just have to subtract two positional vectors of two different points to find out the tangent vectors, nothing else. So we have solved the tangent vectors of the line. So next question is, are two lines are perpendicular? Are two lines are perpendicular? When you see here in this diagram, these two lines, we can say that these two lines aren't parallel, they aren't perpendicular, but they are intersecting each other. Well, you can see here, they are not parallel, they are not perpendicular, they are intersecting. Okay, so we can directly tell or conclude these two lines are not perpendicular, but we have to prove it. Okay, so mathematically, if two lines are perpendicular, the dot product of their tangent vector should be 0. The dot product of the tangent vectors should be 0. Just now we have found out the tangent vectors for two different lines. So if the dot product of the tangent vectors of two different lines are 0, then those lines are perpendicular. So we have tangent vectors PL1 bar dash and PL2 bar dash. We just have to go for the dot product. We just have to need to do the dot product of these two things. In dot product, what we are going to do? We just multiply the values and add them. We just multiply the value and add them. So let me write down the equation for tangent vector of line L1, which is 4i plus 4j minus 6k dot product with PL2 bar dash, that is minus 4i plus 6j plus 6k. So what I said, we just have to multiply the values and add them. So 4 into the 4 minus 4 on that side plus 4 into 6 plus minus 6 into 6. So which gives you the value of minus 28. Well, by seeing the representation of those lines in a Cartesian coordinates, we can say that these two lines aren't perpendicular. And also it is proved that the dot product of two tangent vectors is not equal to 0. It has a value of minus 28. It goes negative or it goes positive. If it is not 0, those two lines are not perpendicular. So we can conclude as PL bar dash dot product with PL2 bar dash is not equal to 0. So two lines L1 and L2 are not perpendicular. Okay, so this is the mathematical representation for perpendicularity of two lines. Next, are two lines parallel? So what we need to do, and also from seeing figure, these two lines are not parallel, okay, but we have to prove it mathematically. So mathematically, if two lines L1 and L2 are parallel, the cross product of their tangent vector should be 0. The cross product of the tangent vector should be 0. What we are going to do in cross product, we take the values of or the coordinates of the tangent vectors and magnitude it in a matrix. We are going to find out the magnitude of the matrices for both the lines. So cross product of PL1 bar dash and PL2 bar dash equal to the matrix or magnitude of the matrix I comma j comma k 4 comma 4 comma minus 6 minus 4 comma 6 comma 6. We just have to multiply I with the other values. 4 into 6, that is 24, plus 6 minus 6 into 6, 36. So if you do so, the final value after cross product of their two tangent vectors. If the value is 0, then these two lines are parallel. But we are getting an equation of 60i plus 40k. So it is not 0. So as PL1 bar dash cross product with PL2 bar dash is not equal to 0. So two lines L1 and L2 are not parallel. Okay. So fourth one is they asked us to find out are two lines are intersecting. Yes, we know that these two lines are intersecting. Okay. So mathematically, how we have to prove them that these two lines are intersecting? So mathematically, if two lines L1 and L2 are intersecting, then at the point of intersection, the parametric equation of line 1 and parametric equation of line 2 are equal. Whatever the equation of the line 1, whatever the equation of the line 2, but at the point of intersection, we have the line 1 parametric equation is equal to the line 2 parametric equation. Okay. So if we equate these two equations 1 comma 2 comma 7 plus u into 4 comma 4 comma minus 6, that is equal to 3 comma 7 comma 4 plus v into minus 4 comma 6 comma 6. If we simplify it, we are going to get 1 plus 4 u plus 3 comma minus 4 v. And if we take all the parametric or independent parameters on one side and numerical on the other side, we are having 4u plus 4v equal to 2, 4u minus 6v equal to 5, and 6u plus 6v equal to 3. We just need to find out the values of u and v. So if two lines L1 and L2 are intersecting, then these equations must satisfy. So let us find out the values of u and v. So if we solve two equations C and D, I am going to get the value of v equal to minus 0.3. Whatever the equation you can solve and find out the value of u or v. So if you find out the value of v, you can substitute it in any equation, can find out the value of u, and the value of u is 0.8 and the value of v is minus 0.3. So if these two lines are intersecting, if I substitute these values u and v, it must satisfy the equation also. Let us consider this equation 6u plus 6v equal to 3 and substitute the values of u and v. If I get the value equal to 3, then my two lines are intersecting. So if I substitute it, I am going to get 3 values. So LHS equal to RHS. So equation E satisfies the values obtained from equation C and D. Therefore, two lines L1 and L2 are intersecting. Okay, intersecting. And also he asked us to find out if these two lines are intersecting, we have to find out the point of intersection or the coordinate points at point of intersection. What we need to do to find out the point of intersection? We just have to take the parametric equation of the line, whatever the P L for L1 or L2, we just have to substitute the values of u and v to get the point of intersection. So let us consider this line equation, that is 1 comma 2 comma 7 plus u into 4 comma 4 comma minus 6. If I substitute u equal to 0.8, I am going to get 4 comma 2, 4.2 comma 5.2 comma 2.2. So this is the point of intersection. So this type of questions you are going to get in your exams for 10 marks. Okay. So the first one is quite simple, and the second one he will ask us to find out whether the two lines are parallel or perpendicular or intersecting. Even if it is intersecting, we will find out the point of intersection. Okay, study well and do watch more videos to know the next part of your second unit. Thank you very much.